Hello, and welcome to part 8 of my Blueprints 8 Dare Challenge. I am just starting day 22 in game. My dare list is looking like this right now. I dare you to never enter a room more than 3 times, end each day with at least 1 gem, never draft den again, never draft from a door facing south, never draft all 5 rooms in a rank. This one has given me a lot of trouble, unfortunately. Never touch the center door in the entrance hall, never ride elevators, and always have at least 20 steps. I am continuing to try to trigger more experiments to change up my dares. There are a couple ones that are especially problematic here. I think probably the main combination that's actually preventing me from beating the game right now is the fact that I can't easily backtrack through the house because of only being able to step in each room 3 times, combined with the fact that I can't use elevators, meaning that if I were to get foundation, that wouldn't help me to get into the underground because I'm not allowed to use elevators. So my only option right now to get into the underground is to go outside, which also is very difficult because of the backtracking required. So I feel like first priority is to replace one of those 2 dares. There are some other ones that I'm not a big fan of that I would also like to replace, but they're not like game breaking, like preventing me from actually beating the game. So I got the shelter here first, love that. So I'm gonna start an experiment right away here and see what we can get happening. Okay, I did not get the dare experiment, so I get to my choice between star or allowance. I'm thinking I probably want the allowance. That's kind of more of a consistent benefit. And then as far as the trigger, I know I'm definitely going to draw the drawing room at least once. That pretty much always happens. It's kind of the least conditional of the 3. I don't always want to draft a hallway from a hallway, so I'm gonna go with this one. And hopefully I don't draw the drawing room at a time where I really need to take it, because it would be nice if I could trigger this more than once. I'm also seeing that I'm starting the game with, or starting the day, I should say, with 2 extra keys and 3 extra gems, because I believe I ended the day yesterday with the clock tower, and I don't think I had the freezer yesterday. I'm already forgetting. I'm recording this on a different day than the previous episode. I don't know where the 3 extra gems came from. Like, Morning Room would explain 2 of them. I don't know about the 3rd one. Oh, I just picked up the 3rd one. I'm dumb. There was one in the shelter. Okay, mystery solved. I'm going to go for the commissary here, since I'm starting with 10 coins from my allowance now. It's really nice that I can just go ahead and buy a metal detector right off the bat. Pantry is probably the best choice here, just so I can loop back around. And then probably pool here, so I can go north. At this point, I think it may be time to go back. Actually, I could go through the pool to backtrack. That could be better. No, I think this way's a little bit better. Parlor for the doors, definitely. There's only one true statement. The gems are in a box with a false statement, and there are 2 true statements. So out of blue and black, one of them is definitely false. They can't both be true. And they can't both be false. So it seems like I need to figure out which box is false, and then that's the one with the gems, most likely. If this is true, let's say white is true and black is true. And then this is false. That would work, but where would the gems be then? Okay, they would be in the box with a false statement. So yeah, I think it's this one. Nice. I'm hoping that this this playthrough doesn't go for so long that I start not being able to solve the parlor. That would be tragic, especially since I'm recording myself. This isn't great. I don't have any way to go north from here, but I do have the ability to just backtrack to the pool, thankfully. So I think the workshop is probably best here. Not ideal because the workshop is a place where you like to be able to go back to it, and that's not going to be possible unless I change my first dare. Wait, what else is beeping? Oh, I almost missed this key. This is my second time in the entrance hall. I'm just debating if I want to go through the commissary or just straight north. Probably straight north is better. And then there's a possibility I could go back to the commissary if I get more coins. Bedroom is my only choice here. What's beeping? A coin? I like Terrace here. It gives me the possibility of getting a free cloister. Patio and Den are both pretty big. Well, Den I can't take it all. Patio is kind of a waste because I don't have a shovel and it's only a couple gems. Lucky to find a shovel in here, I'll take it. Two turnips, that's pretty big too. I was thinking I could step back in the bedroom to trigger the sleep mask, but because of my dare, that seems like a bad idea, so I won't do that quite yet. Just picking for security for the doors pretty much, but as long as I'm here, I may as well change the security to low. It's between the chapel and the garage here. Garage doesn't let me go north, but I do have the car keys. So that plus the 3 keys makes it a really good room. So I'm going to risk it here and then hope that I don't end up screwed by what I draw out of the other door. Alright, the treasure is in a room over here. So we'll have to see if I'm able to get to that. I'm thinking hallway here. I would rather get to draft 1 more room in this rank. Not 2 more rooms. I don't want to game over myself with my dare number 5 again. Free key. This metal detector's really paying off for me. Foundation. Ooh, not the best spot for it, but I think this will really come in handy later if I'm able to get rid of the elevator dare. It's also just the only non-dead end option for me right now, so I'm gonna take it. I wish it was higher up in the house, but just having it here I think is going to be really helpful later on. Basically, my thought process is I either need to get rid of dare number 1 or dare number 7. I either need more freedom to be able to backtrack or the freedom to ride elevators, because if I have both of those on the board, there's just no way, really, that I can get to the underground and get back to the antechamber. It makes it very difficult, at least. Alright, so I'm not allowed to draft south, so I'll just continue north from here. Chapel is amazing. I'm almost honestly tempted to just end the day, just because I want to lock in the fact that I found the foundation, but I'm gonna keep going because it would be nice to trigger a dare. It's just I'm concerned that whatever dare it gives me could be one that I fail right away. So that's worrying, but just cross my fingers that I don't get super unlucky there. Okay, so the next room up is where the treasure map is, I'm pretty sure. Yep. I'm gonna end up with a ton of resources today, if nothing else. Where's that dig spot? Coins and gems. I'll take it. Master bedroom, I have not actually seen this room yet, but the fact that it's a dead end is bad. It's tempting to take it because I believe there's a Morajai box in there which would give me allowance. I think that might be better than just having the door. I'm gonna take it. Well, it also gives me a big chunk of steps, which I don't really need, but I'll take it as well. It's actually pretty hard to spend my steps in this game mode where it's saying that I can't backtrack basically as much as I would like. I'm being forced to end the day early in a lot of cases when I wouldn't want to. Alright, so I've always found the white tiles on the Morajai boxes to be the hardest for whatever reason for me to wrap my brain around, but I think this one is pretty easy. Of course, now that I said that, I'm probably going to embarrass myself. Nope. Okay, here we go. Alright. Take that allowance token. That's really helpful. I have such an unnecessary amount of gold right now. 52. What am I even going to possibly spend that on? Okay, all of these are effectively dead ends. So Observatory is probably the best to get another star. I'm actually really surprised that I have not drawn the drawing room at all. one day where I've got that as my experiment. It's just not giving that trigger to me. I don't think there's anything I can do with the pump room at this point. I'm happy just leaving the fountain drained and everything else filled. I don't think there's too much else I can do with it unless I manage to power it. Eight times 2 is 16. 17 minus 1 is 16. Divided by 16 is 1. 13 minus 3 is 10. Times 5 is 50. Divided by 10 is 5. I think it's late enough in the day I feel fine taking this archives now. I just need to keep in mind that I can't pick an archive room unless I can see that it's not the den. I don't think any of these rooms really do anything for me. I think I've had them all already at some point. I guess music room could have a key card. I don't love that it costs 2 gems though. First time seeing the secret garden. This door to the north has a chance to give me the conservatory. Although, I don't know if I would want to spend a gem on it because I need to end the day with at least 1 gem or I fail. There could be a gem in the conservatory itself, but I wouldn't want to count on that. I'll just go ahead and solve this little puzzle as long as I'm here, even though it does nothing for me right now. Just make it quicker for myself next time I'm here. Now I can say that I've officially opened 2 doors of the antechamber at some point in this playthrough. Okay, so I don't feel comfortable taking the conservatory if it gives it to me. So I guess I'm just looking for, like, a freezer would be amazing if I could just, like, start tomorrow with 53 coins. What else could I get? Not sure. Maybe, I guess clock tower would be okay, too. Let's see what I get. Prism key would give me another green room. Is there... I mean, that would guarantee the conservatory, but just like I said, I don't think I actually want that. Is there any other green room that I really would want? I wonder, since it's in a corner, so Cloister would not be an eligible room here. I wonder if it would, like, waive the gem cost of the conservatory. I don't exactly know how that works. I'm not gonna risk it. I need to be able to draft a room that doesn't cost gems. So, closet it is. I didn't end up drawing the drawing room at any point, so I didn't get any experiment triggers, but I got some other good stuff going on today. I got the allowance token from the master bedroom. What else did I do? I got the foundation. That could be huge down the line if it allows me to ride elevators at some point. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this day overall. I really wish I could save this 53 gold. Tool shed, my beloved. The watering can is pretty big too to get out here. Metal detector is amazing as always, so I'm pretty happy with that tool shed. The only other outer room that I'm really targeting right now, apart from the shelter, is I could really use the shrine, and then maybe be able to get Blessing of the Tinkerer going for more experiment triggers. But tool shed is just kind of a nice default. It's like always good. Sometimes it's better than others, but it's never not good. I think as always, I don't like seeing the corridor here because it's a waste of the saved key. But I do really want to get into the corner, so I'm going to take it. Let's see what I get from the conservatory today. Drafting studio, parlor, and storeroom. Parlor, I want that commonplace. Drafting studio, I'll make this standard, because I would like to see that more and get more of those floor plans unlocked. Storeroom, I got this one other time in here. I'm guessing it was on a day when it didn't save. I can't remember if I ended up leaving it at commonplace or moving it to standard. But I'm thinking standard's probably best right now. I'm getting to the point where my allowance is 12, so I don't necessarily need the 10 coins as much as I did before. It's like, it's a solid room, but I don't need to see it all the time, so I think standard is good. Here's that drawing room I was looking for yesterday. I'm comfortable spending my gem on this because it does have another gem that I can just pick up to replace it. I better go in here first. And then here I could potentially get a room that has a door facing into the foundation. Then I'd be able to lower the elevator that I'm not allowed to use anyway, but could be good later on. Sauna would be interesting here. It would set me up well for tomorrow. Although, like I just said a few minutes ago, I don't feel like steps are usually my issue. Could also just take lavatory to get it out of the pool. That seems kind of silly, though. Bedroom's a waste because I have a door going that way anyway. So I'll take the sauna. First time getting this, I think. And there's a gem in here. That's nice. Now, this could be the time to backtrack. Because if I go to the foundation right now, if I ever backtrack after that, it'll be my third time in this room, meaning that I can't go back again through it. So I think this is pretty much my only opportunity to go back and fill out the west side of the house. And same logic here, like if I go through the spare room right now, I'm not going to be able to get back and then also go to the south. Very tricky. I think I get my choice. Either I get to go through the spare room or through the pantry. I can't do both. I could end up linking this path together. That would be helpful. But I guess, like, there's really no benefit to going back to the pantry at this point, apart from, you know, the coins in there that I never picked up. But I think I'll just do this. Locker room? Sure. I could take parlor too, but I think locker room's probably a bit better. A key and a broken lever. That's kind of surprising. I wouldn't expect to get both of those things just sitting out. Okay, so hallway lets me link up these two paths. Kind of nice. Although, okay, so I can't, I need to stop myself before I draft this room. I'm not allowed to do that, so actually maybe I should have just taken the utility closet instead. But what's done is done. So I think I'll go back through the entrance hall now and then up through the pool. This is my third time in the drawing room, so I cannot go back at this point. Can only press onward. This is my last gem to draft the commissary, which is dangerous, but I'm gonna bank on the fact that commissary usually has gems you can buy. There's a sledgehammer in the workshop, it looks like. I'm just trying to decide which way to go first. I better go through the workshop first, because it's the lower rank. There's nothing I can make right now, unfortunately. This is probably a good place to take the storeroom, because I know I'm about to spend coins in the commissary, and I do need that gem also. I wish I could take that elevator down, because I know there's an upgrade disc down there, but I'm not allowed to, sadly. I don't really need more keys at this point, so I probably just want to spend all my money on gems. I don't know if I'll need a salt shaker. That seems like kind of a poor investment. Now I could go back and dig, and then just commit that I'm not going to go back there again. Which I don't know why I would need to, so I may as well do this. Security will let me start an experiment, so that's probably the right choice here. No dare experiment again, but there is a star experiment, which is also nice. None of these triggers are really all that good, so I suppose I'll just take this one. It's the one that I feel most confident that I'll be able to get at least once. Guess I could set the security to low too. Since I'm just, like, almost every day so far I have had no way to open security doors. There's no key cards to be found anywhere, and I don't tend to get the utility closet a lot either. Alright, so weight room is the only way that I can go north. But it puts me at 24 steps, and I can't go below 20. I could also take the vault just to add it to my room directory and then just have the day be over. I don't really know what else to do. Other than I guess I could take the weight room and then hope to get a kitchen out of that. I'll do that just in the interest of maybe being able to keep going. Although, I guess vault would have also triggered the experiment. I probably should have done that. Oh, and of course it's a security door. Okay. Definitely should have taken the vault. That's sad. I need to remember, like, keep it in my mind which rooms are more likely to have security doors, because this just continues to screw me over. I just never have a way to open these. So I think that's it for this day. Another day with not too much accomplished, sadly, but at least I'm continuing to get farther in the house than I was earlier. I did lower the foundation, so I can't say I did nothing. Even though that is effectively nothing for me until I get rid of the dare that doesn't let me ride the elevator. Oh, and I got the sauna in place for today. That's something, I guess. Makes weight room marginally less dangerous. These are not really great options. It's basically root cellar and gamble that I get a shovel, or tomb and just take the 5 coins and then probably don't come back. I don't like the schoolhouse. So I guess I'll just take root cellar and probably doom myself to looking at a bunch of dig spots that I can't actually interact with, because it just seems like I never tend to actually get the shovel when I need it. But at least if I do get a commissary and it has the shovel, I know that I can afford it. Which way first? Still haven't made up my mind whether I like east or west more for this starting path. I think I'll pick... Hey. I'll pick closet here just to get the dead end out of the way. Oh, I actually found a key card today. That could come in big later. Okay, so this is my second time in the pool. I can only step in here once more. I think that means that now is the time to backtrack. There's no shovel in the commissary. Classic. I do need to at least buy 1 gem. I'm sitting on 0 currently, so I guess I may as well just buy 2 then. Or I'll be backtracking this way anyway, so I can just wait. See if I find more money. Alright, guest bedroom time. It gave me +2, so this is just a regular bedroom. Let's see what I get from this. I have 88 steps, 2 keys, 1 gem, 4 coins, 12 allowance, 18 stars. Okay, it gave me some coins. So I can afford more when I go back through the commissary. Uh-oh, I don't like that it's making me spend my gem here. But I guess I will be able to buy more shortly. What do I want here? I don't want a green room, because I think that would make it, that would force it to be something that costs gems. The only thing I can think of that doesn't is the terrace, and I don't think you can draft it from the south. I think you have to be coming from the inside of the house. I'm concerned about what would happen if I picked green. I think I better just pick orange. Or I could do bedroom. Bedroom could actually be good, because it would give me a regular bedroom, most likely, and then it would take me back to the east. This is actually a tough choice. Red would also be good because it would probably give me the chapel. I think I'll do that. As predicted, I'm walking past all these dig spots that I can't dig up. Just always how it works if you blind pick the root cellar. Oh, this isn't great. I probably should have waited until I had a gem, because then I could have chosen the garage here. A little bit of a waste. I heard beeping. What's beeping? Eight divided by 4 is 2. 20 plus 13 is 33. Divided by 11 is 3. 12 minus 11 is 1. Times 1 is 1. Times 4 is 4. Times 2 is 8. Divided by 4 is 2. I think that's right. Really should have gone in the parlor first, because this isn't good to be drafting with no gems. But I'm kind of stuck because of my dare that doesn't let me backtrack. Boudoir will have a gem in it, so that'll be good. Oh, finally I found a shovel. Nice. I want to see what I can get out of the drafting studio. So Solarium has a Moragi box in it with an allowance token. Casino, probably not something that I need. Kennel can be decent, but I don't know, I'm not a fan of the kennel in general, so I'm gonna take the Solarium. The last key here. I know that when I do backtrack, I'm going to get more gems in the parlor, so I think I'm comfortable spending my last gem here again. Especially because I know there's going to be dig spots. Probably shouldn't use my key on this trunk. Very tempting. Does utility closet do anything for me at this point? I don't think it does. Oh, but I don't even have a choice unless I redraw. Utility closet feels bad because that just literally does nothing for me unless I were to, I guess, get a gymnasium. It would save me a little bit of steps, but other than that, it does nothing. So I'm gonna redraw. Planetarium also probably does nothing because I don't see myself coming back here. But at least there's a chance, I guess. Bunk room is my only option here. I don't know if that'll do anything for me, but it might have something in it. 2 keys, okay, I'll take it. That means I can open the trunk back here too. Oh, 3 gems, thank you. Nothing's beeping in here. Oh, there's an extra key on the ground. Okay, so this is my second time in the chapel, so I can go into the parlor and then back. And then I can go all the way back around to the foundation and then keep going with the day. The black box is true. The gems are in the true box. The blue box is true. Okay, so for sure they're not in the black box. Or, so it's... okay, wait. So black box is true. That can't be true. Because that would make it so there's more than one true box. Wait. Hold on. This isn't as easy as I thought it was looking at it. So black box is true and the blue box is true. Those just refer to each other and make each other true if they're both true, which would make this false by default. Which I think that works. I think that actually means the gems are here. Nice. I have to keep my eye out for dig spots now while I'm backtracking. Now I can buy the sledgehammer and I can buy more gems. I don't really want the salt shaker. I could actually go out to the root cellar at this point. That seems worth it because I've only been in the entrance hall twice. So my third time would be when I come back inside. I've got plenty of steps. I think this is definitely worth it. This is shaping up to be a pretty solid day after all. Let me just remind myself, did I get an experiment? I did not. So that's one way that this day could be better, is if I had an experiment going, especially if I could make it trigger when I dig up trash. That would be huge. But it's a bit late for that now. Oh man. Okay, never mind. I for some reason I thought I had a broken lever too, so I was thinking I could make the jackhammer. But no such luck. Unless I dig up a broken lever. That would have been an amazing clip if I dug one up right there. I don't actually know if that's possible when you don't have increased luck. I feel like I've seen it before, but it must be really rare. So, can I actually make anything here? Compass and battery pack. Oh, that's the electromagnet. That could be good. Metal detector and shovel is detector shovel. That could also be good. I'll do that. It just seems logical on root cellar day. Next best thing to a jackhammer, I guess. Attic, I have not had this yet. Conference room would be better for the door, though. But it's hard to turn down an attic, especially when I have so many gems to spend. Alright, so I did just find the broken lever. So I could make a power hammer, but I cannot go back outside, which sucks. Otherwise I would break open the entrance to the underground, and that would be amazing. Just trying to think if there's any other rooms I might come across where I would need the power hammer. I guess I did get the secret garden key, and it would be good in there. So yeah, I think it's worth going back and making that. I've only been in the workshop once so far, I believe. So it should be good from my dare. I could also find a greenhouse. Be really good. So when I draft up out of the observatory, I can look for, I can get the secret garden if it's locked, or if it's not, then there's a decent chance it'll be a greenhouse. Either way, I would get to use the power hammer. I'm still good on steps, so I don't need the kitchen. Alright, so I can get the secret garden key here. Nice. Now in the secret garden, I can have access to both the west and the east antechamber levers, which will be big. I don't know if there's really much point of opening them both right now. Like, even if I got in there, there's nothing I could do with that key, because I can't backtrack out to the grounds. And I don't think I can even go to the foundation, even if I could use that elevator. So I don't really care about opening the antechamber today, but it could be good in the future. Actually, it just occurred to me, if I managed to get into one side of it, that means I could draft out to the west. So I think that's actually worth it. I could get one extra draft out of this. The only reason not to do it is because of how long it takes to actually do it. Waiting for all these animations, it gets kind of annoying when you do it more than a few times. Greenhouse is massive. I can use my power hammer again. Yes, please. Oh, did I just see the treasure map popping up? Is that in this room? I totally forgot about that. I sincerely doubt that I'll need whatever I'm digging up at this point. I'm so flooded with resources right now, but you just gotta dig up the treasure. It's too fun not to. And it's all gold. I have no idea what I could possibly do with 63 gold right now, but I've got it. If I found a freezer, actually, that would be pretty sweet. Alright, so at this point, I feel like I may as well just go back and go through the corridor instead. Because I know that that door is going to be unlocked. This one might not be. Although I guess if it isn't locked, then there's no problem with drafting here anyway. So then it just comes down to doors. Would I rather be coming from the east or from the south here? I think this is actually a little bit better. And I have 12 keys. What am I even talking about? I don't care if it's locked. Okay, security gives me an experiment, and it also goes north. I am a little scared, honestly, of starting an experiment when I'm this late in the day because there are things where it could auto-fail me. I absolutely do not want to get a game over here because I made massive progress by breaking down these two walls. So actually, if you'll just bear with me for a second, I'm just gonna pull up the wiki and just like double check the list of possible dares and see if there's any dares that I would instantly fail if they were to appear in my list. I also have to take into account that I could get a really awful dare, and then I might not want to end the day anyway. You know what? Yeah, like say I trigger the experiment, and it replaces, I dare you to always have at least 20 steps, and it replaces with, you have to end the day with 0 coins, 0 keys, 0 gems. That would be cataclysmically bad. So I'm not going to risk it, now that I think about it more. Like, I'll take a look at the experiment anyway, just in case there's a different one that I might want, but I'm not going to try the dare experiment today. Okay, gain 1 star. That's good. I don't know which trigger. Like, I do have at least 2 bedrooms now, so this one would work, but only if I actually draft another bedroom. Red room, like I could get a gymnasium. Aquarium would work for either of these. It would work for all 3 of them. Shop room, I don't know. None of these are like what I'm trying to draft in the next draft anyway. I guess I'll do red room. I feel like chances are I'm not going to end up triggering this, but it's not a big deal. It's only a star. They're all blue rooms anyway. Laboratory doesn't do anything for me, so I could redraw, because ideally I would want... Well, actually I was about to say I would want a T-shaped room so I can get into this corner and that room. But really all I care about is this corner because I want to see if I can get the conservatory. Or a freezer. Like, those would be my top 2 most wanted right now. So I'm going to try the redraw. Solarium would give me an allowance token, but Aquarium would give me a chance at the conservatory. Pretty good chance. I'm going to do this. And now I can say that I made it to the antechamber twice. Not that it helps me in any way right now. Alright, well, I didn't get the conservatory or the freezer, but I did draw the solarium again, which means I can just get that allowance token now. Okay, this was an amazing day. This was probably my best day so far. I broke down the walls in the secret garden and the greenhouse. I got an allowance token. Let's see, what else did I do? I got the solarium floor plan. I got the morning room, so I get more gems tomorrow. Anything else? Oh, I also could have been going for the vault. I didn't think of that before, but vault would have been cool too, to use the key. I think that's it. I also got a star, of course. I usually get at least 1 star from the observatory. Yeah, all in all, really good day. And that's where I'm going to end this episode for today. So thank you so much for watching. As always, I'm going to be hoping that I get an experiment soon to replace my bad dares with better ones. That's really the main thing holding me back right now, but in the meantime, I'm making a bunch of progress with other stuff, so I'm pretty pleased overall with how this is going. And I hope you are too. Thanks for watching. Bye.